What's up, gamers? This is Proto from Average Gamers, and June has now gone by and July is now upon us. A few new games are going to be coming out this month, but come August and then on, we're going to have a lot of major games that's going to be coming out. A lot of games that are worth looking into. But for right now, let's look at the new games that are going to be coming out in July. At number 10, we have Fortnite by Epic Games. Fortnite is a 4-player co-op game where you fight against zombie-like monsters that help save humanity. Now, the difference in this game from all the other zombie-like games that are out right now is you have to build what they call forts to protect yourselves at night from these zombie-like monsters. And that's where it gets really creative, because you can build the fort however you want to. You can build the fort as tall as you want, as big as you want, as wide as you want. They let you be creative with that. And you build the fort by collecting resources out in the world. So that plays into it a lot. Now, at Fortnite, you have 4 different character type, what they call heroes, that you can choose from. You have constructors, which specialize in building the forts. You have soldiers, which are your front line that help fight against the waves. You have outlanders, which help collect resources and have a special ability to collect more resources. Then you have ninjas, which are your up close melee types. So those are like the 4 basic heroes. But in this game, you can rank them up, get them stronger, get them better, and you can also collect cards, which will have heroes that have unique abilities. So you can have 2 different soldiers, but they have 2 different unique abilities. So that plays into your play style, how you want to play. Now, like I said, you have to build forts to protect yourselves at night, and that's where the creativity of this comes in. Like I said, you build it how you want to. Along with building it, you can set up traps to protect your fort. And that goes just along with building your fort. You can set up the traps however you want to. You can set a way for them to come in and they can just get hit by trap after trap, or you can set a wave of traps to defend the front of your fort. It just all depends on you. Now, like I mentioned before, you have to scavenge for resources in this game, and that plays a big part because the resources you get in this world help improve your fort, but it also lets you craft and make better weapons and better traps. So if you like loot, if you like crafting, that's going to be your thing. So this looks really interesting, and with the drop in and drop out feature, you should be able to join games with your friends seamlessly. Me personally, I'm looking forward to this one. Fortnite is set to release if you pre-order July 21st. For everybody else, July 25th. At number 9, we have Splatoon 2. Now, if you played the previous Splatoon on Wii U, then you're kind of going to know the gist of this game. But this is going to be the first one coming out on Switch, so it's going to have a few changes to it. Now, in Splatoon 2, campaign-wise, you're going to be helping the Squid Sisters find their member Callie and get the Great Zapfish back while fighting the Arcane Army. But like I said, this game is known a lot for its multiplayer. Its multiplayer is very fast-paced, and with the color art style, it brings a different look to it. Now, it's going to have local and multiplayer, which is going to catch a lot of people's interest. Now, this game is going to be using Nintendo's new voice chat feature using a smartphone app, so we're going to see how that plays out. But Turf War is coming back with 4 versus 4. You're going to have new character types along with a few changes done to the old character types. And even after this game is released, there's going to be additional content following afterwards. Splatoon 2 is set to release July 21st. At number 8, we have Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age. Now, Final Fantasy XII came out in 2006, so this is kind of a remaster with a little bit of few changes in it. So you could kind of say it's a remaster with a little bit of a remake. Now, the new system that's going to be part of this one is called the Zodiac Job System, which improves character leveling and careers to the player's preference. A lot of the scenes and animation have been redone in high def. There's going to be a trial mode where you can fight up to 100 consecutive battles against enemies and monsters, so that should be interesting. You got newly recorded background music and improved on the voice capabilities. But pretty much a lot of the base of this game is still going to be the same. It's still going to have the original story, what's going on, just with better improved graphics, a little bit few more extra features. So if you played the previous game, then you know what this is. But if you never played it, it'll be good for you. Final Fantasy 12 Zodiac Age is set to release July 11th. At number 7, we have Hey Pikmin, and this has probably been a long time coming. Pikmin was a very good game, a very classic game that people love. So to see a new version coming out is going to be interesting. Now, even though it's a new Pikmin, it's still going to have the classic Pikmin play with new challenges. You're going to be discovering the world, repairing your ship, gathering treasure. So a lot of the base of Pikmin is still going to be the same. You're going to have different Pikmin for different situations. So depending on the puzzle that you're going to solve, you have different Pikmin to help solve it. Now, with it being on the 3DS, it's going to utilize both screens and utilize a stencil. So it's going to give you different challenges and different ways to play the game. So with this coming out, this is going to be interesting. Like I said, this is probably going to bring a lot of people back to playing this game. Pikmin is set to release July 28th. At number 6, you have Minecraft Story Mode Season 2, Episode 2. Now, I know this got a lot of people excited when they saw it revealed at E3. But this is going to continue on the story from the first season. So everything that you did in the first one is going to carry on in this one, which is probably going to make a lot of people happy. Now, this is going to be a 5-part series. And like I said, everything that you did prior is going to carry on to this. It's going to be bringing back all your favorite characters from season 1. And it's going to be a bunch of different time action sequences, and you're going to have to be making split decisions where the decision you make is going to have some type of impact later on in the game. But this one's got a lot of people excited. This is a big cult classic game that just took over everything when it came known. Season 2, Episode 2 is set to release July 11th. At number 5, we have Hunting Simulator, a game for hunters and people that love the open world. In Hunting Simulator, you can track over 30 species of different animals which have their own behavior patterns. So if you hunt in the real world and you know these animals react a certain way, they're going to do the same in this game. Now, you have a wide range of weapons that you can use with plenty of different attachments to give you a different touch to going after your prey. Now you can track your prey a bunch of different ways, and you can actually use a drone to help find your prey. You're going to have 12 different regions to explore the world with day and night cycles playing into effect of how you trying to go after your prey. If you're a little rusty with your weapon, you can use a shooting range to help get that perfect shot. And with free hunt mode, you can just go after whatever you want to in this game. And with co-op up to 4 players, you and your friends can team up together to go after that big game trophy you always wanted. Hunting Simulator is set to release July 11th. At number 4, you have the Don't Starve Mega Pack. This is a big survival game on Steam that's being ported over to the PS4 and Xbox One. In this game, you play as Wilson, a scientist that's transported to a strange land, and you have to survive everything to get back home. You have to craft, build, and survive against the animals and everything in this world. With this game, you get the expansion packs of Don't Starve Together, where you can play split screen with someone else. You have Reign of the Giants and Shipwreck, each adding more content and more challenges to the game itself. Like I said, this is a big game on Steam, so I can imagine a lot of people looking forward to playing this on the consoles. Don't Starve is set to release July 25th. At number 3, we have Avon Colony, a strategy-based game where you help build the first settlements for mankind outside the solar system on a planet called Avon. Now, this is a very mysterious world where you're going to discover secrets and new technologies, and you're going to find out what's going on outside of the solar system. This is a big micromanaging game where you basically build settlements, design them, build them up, and help protect them. Now, there's going to be a campaign and a sandbox mode, each with their own little perks to it. You have to deal with the harsh environments of this planet, anything from electrical storms to dealing with unique creatures that might want to hurt you or just curious about you. And like I said, it's a big micromanagement system where you help farm, help protect, help bring more colonists in. So it's going to be a very challenging strategy game. Avon Colony is set to release July 25th. At number 2, you got MotoGP 17. This is a racing bike simulation game with over 100 official riders with 76 historical riders. It's got an improved leaning and tire grip system for realistic play. The bikes and characters are going to be very customizable. And one of the big things to this game is going to be a managerial system where you can actually own and operate your own racing team. And you get to control every aspect of it. You get to do recruiting, training, buying the bikes, upgrading the bikes for your team, along with doing things off season like promoting your team members, getting brand awareness about them, and making sure that they're trained and physically fit for it. So if you like the managerial part of running sports teams like that, that's going to be a thing for you. But it's just like it's going to be a really good racing simulation game. So if that's the thing for you, MotoGP 17 is what you need. Set to release July 11th. And at number 1, we have Fabled Fortunes, a card-based game based in the Fable series. You're going to have unique and different characters and cards for your particular playstyle. So if you've ever played any of the Fable games before, then you're going to recognize a lot of these characters. You're going to recognize a lot of things that they say. You're going to have a PvP, and you're going to have a team player co-op, do a 2 against 2. So that should be interesting. This game looks somewhat interesting with a different playstyle using cards. Fabled Fortunes is set to release July 11th. Now, even though this isn't the full game coming out, it was nearly impossible for me to not mention this or not say anything about this. But the Destiny beta is coming out this month. And both me and Bear are really looking forward to it. We're excited to see how this is going to play out. For the beta, you're going to have PvP wise, you're going to have the new PvP mode called Countdown. The strike that we're going to be able to play is going to be called the Inverted Spire. The mission we're going to be playing is called Homecoming, along with using 2 subclasses of each of the classes that we already have. Now, if you watch anything from E3 before, you've already know what all this is. You've already seen the gameplay. But now we're going to be able to actually play it ourselves. Now, if you pre-ordered Destiny 2 for PS4, you'll be able to play a beta July 18th. If you pre-ordered it on Xbox One, you'll be able to play July 19th. An open beta will be available for both PS4 and Xbox One July 21st, with the beta closing for everybody July 23rd. Now there's supposed to be a PC beta, but it's not supposed to be until late August, so there's no date on it yet. But I'm really looking forward to playing this and just seeing what has changed and what's going on with it. So that pretty much wraps up the 10 games coming out in July. So let me know, what games are you interested in? What games do you think you might pick up? Me, myself, I'm definitely looking at Fortnite. That hunting simulator looks pretty good. And GP17 doesn't look too bad. I've never been big on the simulator games, but just reading up on it, it's caught my interest some. So I may give that a try out too. But make sure to leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what games you're going to get. If there's any other games coming out that you're interested in, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. And I will catch you guys later.